Hello, everyone. I am Father Frederick Edlefsen, pastor of Our Lady of Lourdes Catholic Church in Arlington, Virginia. This year, Our Lady of Lourdes celebrates its 75th anniversary. On June 9, 1946, Bishop Peter Ireton of the Diocese of Richmond established the parish, making Father Robert Beatty its first pastor. But the story goes back further than that. In 1927, a Mr. Joseph Lash, a parishioner of St. Mary's in Alexandria, moved to the Aurora Hills neighborhood. Mr. Lash was a devout Catholic. He prevailed upon Father Leonard Coster, who was the pastor of a recently created St. Rita's parish in Alexandria, to say Mass in his home. And indeed, Father Coster said the Mass. Several people attended, but the congregation began to grow over time, and Masses were eventually held by Father Coster at the firehouse, which at the time was on 23rd and Eade Street. The congregation grew more, and another Mass was being celebrated on Mount Vernon Avenue, where there was once a Mount Vernon Theater. But the parish grew more and more, and in 1939, a church was built, a basement church where the parish hall now stands, and it was made an official mission of St. Rita's. After the Second World War, as people began to move in, many of them Catholic, Bishop Ireton established this parish. In 1954, Father Charles Comiskey was appointed pastor here, and he would be the one to pay down some debts, but also raise some money to build the new church that now stands today here on the campus. That church was built in 1963, and Mass was first said there on the Christmas Eve of that year. And the following March, in 1964, Bishop John Russell of the Diocese of Richmond consecrated it. And so our story continues to this day with a thriving parish and a very dynamic neighborhood, with many folks moving in and many folks excited to get involved in our parish. In this month of June, let us call to mind our devotion to the Sacred Heart of Jesus, which we celebrate. The heart of Christ leads us to the face of God. It purifies our hearts and makes us more human, to love our neighbor as ourselves, and to grow in that holiness that Christ promised to those who love him. And also, the month of June will conclude, or close to conclude, on June 24th with the Nativity of John the Baptist. He's only one of three nativities we celebrate in the Church's calendar: John the Baptist, the Mother of God, and Jesus. Notice that June 24th is about 6 months from Christmas. The days are long in June, but the days are short in December. The days will soon start to get shorter again. And remember the words of John the Baptist: "He must increase, but I must decrease." So let us call to mind the beauty of our faith and look to John the Baptist, who says, "Behold the Lamb of God," and let us, like the apostles, follow him on the journey to heaven. Many blessings and peace.